Hi, this is John Hope Bryant, entrepreneur, and this is after the show, after CNBC Squawk Box interview this morning, where we announced the recapitalization of the Promise Homes Company, effectively the acquisition of the assets of the largest black-owned, minority-controlled owner of single-family rental home company in this country, which I started a little less than 5 years ago, and now emerging of that into a new joint venture, which will also be called the Promise Homes Company, for which I am substantially involved. It will not be technically a minority-owned company, as I have partners, but I am a major shareholder in it and will have a major role. And I'll still be the largest person of color, African-American, involved in this space in the country. And I'm proud of that. And want to use this beachhead to help more people. But on to the announcement, because we had to do it real quickly on Squawk Box this morning. I want to unpack it a little bit more. So, according to Black Enterprise Magazine, this is either the largest or one of the largest black access to capital transactions in recent history, like in the last decade. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of data available to confirm any of this stuff because folks don't track this data, because unfortunately there's not a lot of black access to capital deals that go down. This is something we've got to change in this country. It's wrong. We've got a lot of data on civil rights, but not a lot of data on civil rights. Civil rights is waging war in the streets, it's about erasing the color line, and civil rights is waging war in the business suites. It's about the color green. We need more advancement in the corporate suites. So we can create jobs and opportunity, home ownership, business opportunity, and wealth for all, which solves a lot of our social ills. Back to the announcement. I mean, like, John, can you just get this out, please? So I created a company with help from friends, a couple of my friends, Tony Rester and Michael Arrighetti, to be exact, called the Promise Homes Company, 2017, June. We ran it up to a substantial asset value. I sold it for $120 million. And Barings issued a $200 million credit facility, institutional debt, to allow us to both recapitalize that company and grow it in this new joint venture. And there's some other announcements coming soon, which I won't get ahead of myself, but this one is really important because the $200 million credit facility from Barings for a black man is a big deal. And I want to thank them for Barings for being decent and ethical and just straight ahead about analyzing this opportunity. They did it very quickly, I might add. I want to thank Clayton Wyatt and others who are involved with this and will be involved on a go-forward basis with the new Promise Homes Company, who did a lot of the work, and Deutsche Bank, my banker, John Bartling and Mahesh and Shafin, my attorney Monica, and others at Kirkland, and Monica Schilling, and my accountants, Darren at Aprio, and just so many heroes and sheroes involved in making something like this happen. You don't do it on your own. You have a whole team behind you who's helping to make it so. Michael Rupiger, another one of my attorneys, says that this is coming to me. It's like, this entire army of folks who helped to get this deal closed. It's the largest black capital access deal in recent history, which is good news and a little sad, because $200 million is a big deal, a nine-figure deal for a black real estate company. So it's the largest deal in single-family residential real estate for a black man, period, right? Period. It's, I think, the largest capital access deal, institutional money with a black entrepreneur in real estate recently, but we don't know because the data isn't perfect. But we know in single-family it is. And the best is yet to come. The beautiful part about this model is it's a multi-stakeholder model. A lot of times you do a deal like this and one person benefits, the founder, CEO, whatever, right? In this situation, every resident got free access to financial literacy if they wanted it. That will continue. We contract with Operation Hope to do that. We pay Operation Hope to do that. But it's free to the residents too. I'm really excited about this. Minority vendors, plumbers, electricians, lighting, roofing, landscaping, a range of skilled labor. And many of these folks are high school educated with a skill, right? They're getting either a living wage compensation or they're getting a contract for wealth creation. And 65% of all the contracts at the Promise Homes Company went to Black and women and minority-owned businesses. And I believe that is a lot to do with our ethos and how we operate the company and our values and doing well and doing good too as sort of a business plan. And I call it renewable philanthropy. I mean, this is social justice through an economic lens. You're helping society. You're gapping the wealth in it. You're gapping the income and wealth inequality while running a proper business. I mean, I have to hire plumbers anyway, right? Why not hire somebody who's competent who happens to be minority? And then the third piece is we've given people a chance to go from rent to own, to renting a home, to owning a home. So it's affordable housing, but now you go from rent to own. You can read the Wall Street Journal story that was published last year on some of our rent to own success stories. So this deal closed Christmas Eve. We've been quiet about it since Christmas. I was exhausted. But we just are announcing this today. There's a press release that you can find in the link that was just issued on this deal. There are successive press releases to come as we grow. I want to thank First Republic Bank for putting in before I paid them off, but before this deal, First Republic put in they're one of the 25 largest 25 largest banks in America. Out of San Francisco, they put in Jim Herbert and the team over there, Mike Selfridge, put in $5 million of equity at 2% cost. Unbelievable. That is, I think, a testament to how well we ran a business. There's two ways to make money: make more or spend less. And when you have low cost capital in your business, you spend less. And that is, it's called accretive to your business plan. It's extraordinarily important. And by us being able to go from a small business now to an institutional platform, we're creating an accretive platform of scale and low cost access to capital, which will allow us to hopefully help tons of more people get affordable housing, free financial literacy contracts, an opportunity in rent to own, opportunities at scale as we go across the country. So First Republic Bank was a pioneer in what's called Community Reinvestment Act. Investing in a vehicle like this was the first time ever a bank had invested equity in a CRA qualified social impact investing model like ours in the single family residential rental space. And then you had City National Bank who made a commitment. We paid them off. Thank you, City National Bank. Who else? Freddie Mac was in part of that commitment. We paid them off. Thank you, Freddie Mac. Yeah, it's a great story and it continues. And I want you to be encouraged of what you can do as you dream big dreams. And I want you to know, if you're in corporate America, that you can run a credible business. You can lift society up. I mean, somebody told me recently that, if you're in single family residential rental business, 20 years ago, it was a single focus: extract as much money in fees as you could while investing as little as you had to. Now we're investing back in that business, back in that community. We're investing in the residents, we're investing in the vendors. It's a multi-stakeholder model, and all boats rise. Everybody wins when you load it up from the bottom of the pyramid. I mean, you want all boats again to rise. Everybody wins in that regard. As I love to say, you can be a successful capitalist without having to be a jerk, right? You can do well. No one's perfect, but I think you can do well and do good too. And I think this is a good model, a good example of it. Go to the Promise Homes Company. We'll be updating our website repeatedly in the next few weeks. It may be a week or so behind schedule, so don't hold us too critically to what you might read. It might be from 2021 other than the release coming out today. today, but I think you'll be excited with what you see in the future. Follow us and follow Operation Hope, which is my philanthropy. So I've basically proven in business what I have been saying in the public sector, that these things are not mutually exclusive, that helping people helps you too.